When putting together your will or estate planning, I think it's really important to maybe consider asset protection. So asset protection is not only giving this amazing gift to adult children or to charities, etc., but it's also to protect that in case there's any further legal action on your adult children down the track. So I'll just explain what generally happens if we, in our will, say we're going to give the money directly to them. So you can imagine what happens if you or your partner pass away, and we've got this big lump sum of assets, whether it be properties or super, etc. Okay, if what we do is we give that directly to a beneficiary, and let's just say they're in a relationship and the relationship breaks down, what actually happens, that inheritance can go off to the ex-partner, or it could go off to a failed business venture. So it's so sad, you've worked all your life, you've created this amazing inheritance, you've given it to your family or your adult children as an amazing gift, but for something happening down the track, which is unforeseen, like a marriage breakdown or a business breakdown, your hard-earned money could go what we call outside the bloodline, outside of your adult child or maybe your grandkids or great-grandchildren, etc. One of the things we can do is set up what's called a testamentary trust in the will. So you don't have to move assets or anything like that now, but what it does do, it protects the assets in the event that you pass away. So I'll just demonstrate this really high level. One thing I should recommend, this isn't legal advice, and I highly recommend that you contact an estate planning specialist or give us a call so we can arrange this for you. But at least it just highlights the potential issues, and so you know there's a solution out there. So instead of this solution where I've just demonstrated here, the same similar scenario, we've got the estate and you've both passed away, but instead of giving it directly to your adult children, we put it in what's called a testamentary trust. So all the money, all the assets are held within this trust. They only get transferred in the event that you pass away. We don't have to do it now and pay capital gains tax or anything like that. It's just written in the will. What it means is, let's just say, for example, your adult child wanted to borrow money for a property. Instead, what they do is they take the money from the trust, but it's considered a loan. I'm going to use $1 million just to make the numbers easy. So they've got $1 million loan. And let's just say, for example, they've taken the $1 million and they've gone and buy a property for $1 million. Now what it means is, on paper, they're worthless. So if they ever did get sued or there was a relationship breakdown, yes, the creditors may see a house of $1 million and think that's great. However, there's a loan for exactly the same amount back to this testamentary trust. So it's a really nice way to protect the asset or the gift or the inheritance that you're providing your adult child. The testamentary trust also comes with tax benefits because, let's just say, for example, instead of taking the money out for a home, we leave it in the trust to invest. The income from those investments, whether it be rent or dividends or interest, for example, instead of going to your adult child, they could potentially go to their children. So this testamentary trust has two benefits when you're constructing your will. One is asset protection, and also gives some tax minimisation strategies for your adult children as well. But as I said before, it's highly recommended that you get advice on this from an estate planning specialist. So please reach out. We cover this when we're going through a full strategy for our retiree clients, and it's super important to get this part advised by a legal specialist.